I needed 30 ammar to hit 11k for the first time, and lo and behold, I got two griefers in my team, special courtesy of Immortal Draft, one who random Medusa in the first phase, resulting in the enemy getting a free anti-mage pick, and the other, my mid player who decided to press buyback and buy a Midas in the mid game. Normally, I would just give up at the start, but this time I changed my mentality towards the situation and quite literally soloed the game and hit 11k. This game has everything you can imagine: 300 lasses at 20 minutes, 0 deaths, griefers, and overcoming the impossible. In this video, I will explain my thought processes regarding my mentality, laning, farming patterns, and every single decision. This might be the most helpful video you'll ever watch, so do pay attention. So it's not even that great of a TA game, I would say. I mean, it's decent, as in it's good versus Shaker, it's good versus AM, bad versus Ember, decent versus Monkey King, and bad versus Pugna, right? The reason why it's bad versus Pugna is because Pugna has Decrypt. The reason why it's bad versus Ember is because he can always chains you and Flame Guard, and he's like a lot of ways to just basically make your game really hard as a TA. TA is good versus AM because she has better timers and she actually counters him as well. But if AM has the same timers as TA, basically AM has a decent game, and in the mid game, I think AM counters TA. He's gonna buy Butterfly, he's gonna buy Scotty, both of the items that counter TA hard, and also Abyssal, right? So you can get a refraction with Manta. So overall, a very decent hero versus TA, I would say, if the game goes late, of course, right? So it's like, okay, now the enemy picked Anti-Mage, and we have an offlane Medusa. You know how it goes, right? You would expect that, okay, this game is like cooked. So I get a lot of these comments on my videos and a lot of stuff that, oh, I had like PA offlane or some bullshit, you know, like some bullshit hero in your team, and they just like kind of like give up. They say that, oh, if my teammates are picking dumb shit, so maybe the game's over, right? This is what I would think as well. Of course, it's like very disheartening, right? But here's the thing. I was 2 games off 11k. It's like, I really wanted it. So I thought, fuck it. It doesn't matter. I'll try my best and see what happens. And I changed my mentality a bit from whether this guy is going to ruin the game or not, from that to trying my best and trying to win. Because in reality, it is possible for me to win this game. I didn't completely believe that I could win this game, but I said I'll try my best and I'll see what happens. If I lose, it's fine. Completely out of my control if we lose, if Medusa doesn't do well and stuff. So yeah, that's like the biggest part that you have to be very careful about, is that most of Dota is mentality. Skill comes later. What matters is how you think about the game beforehand. Because if you think about the game from a perspective that, oh, my teammates are this, my teammates are that, this game is cooked, then you're already setting up yourself for failure. Like, you're not going to win. So that was the change a bit. I mean, obviously, I was dreading the fact that there's like anti-mage in the enemy team and Medusa is just going to feed him, stuff like that. But you have to understand that none of these players are perfect. None of Dota players are perfect. So everyone's gonna make mistakes. So you have to kind of rely on that and just like play your best. All right, now I'm going to explain my entire thought process when it comes to skill, and then in the mid game when Leshek started buying back, how did I think about it mentally? So the first thing that I want to talk about is obviously my early itemization. I always go for these items. I have like 12 less gold than 50. So I didn't get an extra branch, but this is always my build. The reason why I prefer buying Quelling Blade over branches is because I like cutting trees. Simply because I like making pathways that can let me farm jungle easily. Like, for example, if I'm playing the lane here, I could cut this tree and go to this camp instead of just like walking like this or like this. Similarly, if I'm playing Dire, I can cut this tree here and then go here. Same for this, I can cut this tree here and that allows me to go here. So basically, but for better pathing, and also this thing gives me 4 extra damage, right? Which applies to side blades as well. So it's overall a decent item for me. I just like buying it. I buy it on most range carries that I play. So now with the early itemization out of the way, my team has smoked and stuff, but I want to play this game perfectly. I don't think our first blood is strong, so I'm just going to chill here and not do anything. As you can see here, completely playing defensive. And eventually when I see information on the map, I get the boundary rune. So now another thing to worry about is whether okay. So one thing that I'm thinking about a lot is I don't know if it happens in your bracket, but in my bracket, the offlaners try to do a lot of stuff. Like for example, they'll try to block the wave from here so that their wave enters my tower and then it pushes away. Or they'll just in general block the wave from here. They will do something. They won't just like sit behind. So they have a shaker, which means that he is going to try something with his fissure to block the wave. So he comes here and he's gonna like use fissure to block it. It's a bit too late, but as a result, look at what I do. I have to instantly go and like try to block this as best as I can, right? And then instantly aggro outside the tower, because this is very important because their lane isn't that strong, but at the same time, it's like I don't want to play in front of their tower. So it's very important to do that. I always take refraction level 1, which is important because I never skill meld. I'm sure all of you have watched my guide on last setting. I've explained why I go for the 404 build regardless of the lane, whether I can kill them. This is a decent lane where meld can help because Snapfire is a strong laner, but I'm still not going to do it because it, like in worst cases, it's like it might hinder my farming speed, so I don't want to do it. I only rely on my timings, and I can reliably get a better timing with the other build. So with refraction, instantly use, get some extra damage, secure some last hits. Now the problem is this wave still pushed into the enemy. Now a lot of people would get super confused as to what to do here, right? The wave is here, so how do I bring it back? Like, so we can't pull right now because there's no camp. So the way you can bring it back is you simply want to aggro these 3 creeps on your range, like I do here. And then once this range creep is dead, aggro it again. And now again, you want to aggro on the range creep. Right now, look at what they're doing, right? You see, like, this is my perspective. I'm looking at what they're doing, and I see that, okay, they have only 2 creeps. I have 3 of their creeps. Even though my lane pushed into them, I'm going to aggro them on the range creep. Now this range creep is going to die, right? Now the range creep is dead, and this is happening, right? I'm just going to prolong this. Like, I mean, I could have done better here, honestly. I feel like what I could have done better here is I could drag it even further here by aggroing, but I didn't do that. I don't know for what reason, but just for information base, like, you should do that. You should, like, the idea is to let these creeps stay alive for as long as humanly possible. But yeah, so my wave's still going to push into them, and gonna zone out a bit. Earthshaker, aggro again, make sure they follow me, aggro again on range. This is like something I'll do all of the time, right? And now he's doing the same thing. I can do the same thing as well, but I also don't want to miss these last hits. So now I don't aggro because I don't have a range creep, if you noticed. So I'm just going to chill a bit. And farm, push the lane. So another thing that is important to understand is my early items that I buy, it's like I buy boots and I buy Sage's Mask. The reason why I want boots and Sage's Mask is I'm going to spam refraction a lot in the lane, which is mostly going to be my sustain, right? So I didn't buy tangos in this lane because I know they can't really do that much damage to me. Refraction will help me. As you can see, I'm still full HP. They're not doing much. So in situations like that, I just don't get tangos early on. I insta rush my boots and Sage's Mask, mana for the refraction, and boots so that I can maintain my position in the lane. You see, I don't want to play in front of them. Aggro again. And eventually, we have like a decent pull. I would say my Snapfire did play well, regardless of the other players griefing. The one guy that actually mattered in terms of griefing, he did well. Okay, now the way this lane is going, right, you will like kind of see that, okay, we can't kill them really because I don't have meld, and also the lane's just in a weird position where it's like I'm getting to free farm. Monkey's also getting free farm because they're pulling, they're like blocking, they're doing all of this shit, so which means that there's no kill potential in this lane. So what I'm going to start doing from this point onwards is I'm just going to start farming. I don't really care about like holding the lane or trying to do other shit. Now you're going to see me do this refraction, and then I'm just going to try to farm these creeps as fast as possible. So in this case, I don't do it because I don't want to miss last hits. But eventually, that's like the approach that I want to take. Because I know I can't kill them. You see, instantly do this. Make sure to drag this wave. Because they're doing really good stuff by maintaining this lane outside tower, and we can't really kill them. And now he has boots, so we can't really kill him anyway. So I'm going to try to like push the lane. And we got a stack on large camp. Double stack. Farm it. Try to farm it at least. Now farm wave. Now I'm pushing it. And there's another wave here right after this. If you know creep wave timers, that would be good. And now farm side camp. So now it's like I have treads. After Sage's Mask, I want to complete my treads, and then I want to complete Falcon Blade, get some clarities with it. Now I'm just like mode farm. Put traps, use refraction, farm the wave as fast as possible. Go farm this, and can I try to farm stack? No, basically stack ancients with my trap? No. So go back here. So in this position, you'll notice that I could go further right now, but I'm doing something here, which is I'm trying to see if they would walk on my traps. If they walk on my traps, I can maybe harass them or kill them. But since I don't see him doing that, I just like, okay, fuck it. I'm just going to push the lane. Because I want to accelerate my farm. You see, I already have like 56 last hits. Trap here is important on large camp, so you can see whether they will contest it or not. And if they do, you have a trap. Now push this lane. After pushing this lane, I have almost 25 seconds left of a minute. So I'm going to farm this small camp, and then I'm going to run here and stack the ancients with my trap. So you don't need to load up the trap. You can just pop it and it would insta stack for you. And now you see, I know that he's on my trap, but I know it's hard to kill him. And eventually I go in and I try to Psyblade him, but it was bad effort. I think I should have just slowed him and killed him anyway. But so far, yeah, my lane is going well. And surprisingly, Medusa is also doing decently well on the top lane. Decently well as in she's 2 levels ahead of the AM. I don't know what happened top. But generally speaking, it's like Medusa's having a good time at top. But the thing is, it doesn't matter. Eventually, at some point, this guy's going to kill him. Because with Mana Void, Dusa, like after AM gets level 6, it's like Dusa's game is really cooked. Laning wise, I think she should be fine. But after that, it's really hard. And also, Dusa went for the other facet, which fixes her movement speed at 310. So this doesn't really work on her that well. But even though, yeah. So now another thing that is important to understand, which I've recently started doing, which I think is very important, is so in this situation there's no creep wave here, right? There's no creep wave here, and I can and I have camps to farm, but I don't do that. So recently what I've started to do a lot is that every chance I get where I can safely push the tower, as in no one can contest me and no one can kill me, I'll try to push the tower. So as you can see here, Monkey King is missing and Shaker's running away, which gives me an idea that Monkey is like somewhere trying to gank, right? So you see him mid with Ember. It's like, okay, they killed mid. Now I know that Ember doesn't have TP, which leaves me with the option that I can pressure this tower or I can farm waves. What I'm going to choose is to pressure the tower. Why do I want to pressure the tower? We have a lineup where you kind of have 3 cores, right? So if the map closes out on us, the game's going to be really hard. But in this situation, it's like I have a chance to take their offlane tower, and if their tower is gone, taking this tower becomes immensely hard. Especially when you don't have heroes that can take tower that easily, which they don't have apart from Pugna. So I want to like take this tower, and also, if you remember my last video, I mentioned that if you ignore creep waves, creep waves can basically bait you, right? If you're constantly fixating on creep waves, you might just ruin your farming pattern a bit. So if I take this tower, there's a very high chance some waves might not even come to me. So when that happens, I can just reliably go deeper in my jungle and just keep farming. So that's why I prioritize taking towers now. After this, I'm going to farm the wave. And after this, maybe stack this with trap. Yep, stack this with trap. And now you're just going to see like farming simulator, right? Real quick. Ideally, if you want the wave to come back, let's just say you're playing a hero that isn't innate farmer. Because TA can farm really fast, but a lot of heroes cannot. And you really prefer farming waves with them. So in this case, what you would want to do here is that after stacking this, you see this wave going, after you've taken the tower, you should pull it. When you pull it, this next wave is going to come to you, and then you can get an extra wave. But I'm TA, so I don't really give a shit. I'm just going to farm this, and then here, I'm putting like 3 traps here to see whether they would go on them. If they do, then we can kill them. So they don't, and I'm just going to go back, looking at the timer. I instantly run to the Ancients. Going to try to farm them. I already have Mithril Hammers, and I'm going to get Deso first. Also, this is another thing that a lot of people ask me, is that why Deso over Lance first? So with this 404 build, it's like I buy Lance not for the stats, but for the attack range. That's my POV of Lance on TA. TA loves attack range. So if I already have enough attack range, then it's like if I have Deso Blink, that makes me come online much faster than buying Lance Deso Blink, if you think about it. Like I'll be online like 1 minute or 1.5 minute earlier than if I go for the other build. And not to mention, Deso is a lot of damage, which means you're going to farm faster. So that's why I prefer going for that build. Now farm the wave. As you see, he's on my trap, so kill him. And next wave is a bit deep. Am I going to farm it? So here's another thing. So since they were just doing a lot of shenanigans and like Shaker was just like moving around here, there's like information that we have, which is that they're stacking for the Shaker. You see how Shaker is trying to get his level 6 so that he can just go here and press his ult. I mean, I don't think it's going to work because his build is not good. Like Aftershock, he needs to mac Aftershock to get the stack, but he's still stacked for himself, right? So I'm just going to go here, put a trap, see if I can steal them. And then when I see them come here, I just instantly run away. They missed the chains, which is, I think, a misplay from their part. Also get tipped. I think deserved. And now my team's coming here, so I'm like, can I do something? I'm just like pressing. I think this is completely useless. I should not do this. It doesn't do anything. But eventually they go on me, but I have traps on me, and they don't have resources, so they can't really kill me. And then I live. Push the wave. Run. Am I gonna run to the ancient camp? No. I'm gonna start here. So I have right now what, 120 creeps. Just farm here, and go to ancients. Farm ancients. Go here. You see how the wave is not going to come back, which can allow me to go deeper. So this is where I fucked up. You see, this is where I fucked up. I'm gonna go farm ancients after this one. Two back, I guess. I'm gonna farm ancients and then I farm this. And now after this, it's like, why am I going here? There's no camps here. There's no camps here. The wave is super deep. So what I need to do is simply just go back here so I can farm these two and these two. But since I'm just going to waste my movement from this point till here, which is basically 20 seconds, I just only got to farm like 2 camps. I could have farmed 3 or maybe 4 camps otherwise. Now I'm farming towards the wave basically, and then get ancients on the way back. And so my team's fighting and all that shit is happening, but I'm not going to join. My goal, you see that AM is like back up because he's killing the Medusa a lot. Not a lot, but basically Medusa can't lane him anymore. But I'm only playing for my timings. I'm not going to go and fight or do anything until I get my dagger, because otherwise I'm putting myself in a risky situation. Once I get my blink though, I can do a lot of stuff. So yeah, just keep farming, standard farming patterns. One thing that is important to understand is always aggro the creeps or stack them with traps so that you have lesser movement time. Basically efficient farming. Now I have blink. So when I have my blink, okay, actually never mind. This is very interesting to look at and very important as well. So you see, like I'm farming towards my lane a lot right now, and then eventually I'm moving towards the other side. The reason why I'm moving towards the other side is because I have my blink now, and with this blink, I wanna create impact on the map. So my first goal right now is that I wanna open top tower. Because when I open top tower, it can really hinder anti-mate's farm and open up the map for ourselves. And eventually, if you want to take Tormentor top, it will really help us. So what you're going to see me do is that I don't even stick here, right? I could have just like waited 2 seconds and farmed this and then go top, but I'm going to push this wave, go to triangle, farm triangle, also stack on triangle, which is pretty good. And now I'm like level 15 at 15 minutes, which is only possible if you're like farming really fast. So now with this blink, I mean, I fucked up here with the Mel, but he should have been dead. But yeah, with this blink, I want to try to do something. With blink, TA is really strong. This is not possible if you go Lance first, by the way. So which is why I like this build a lot. Now I'm going to take this tower. They can't really fight us because they're not that strong right now. I'm going to abuse my blink. And now I'm going to try to fight. Or at least try to do something. But doesn't happen, so I'm just going to farm now. And eventually with this blink, you see me going towards the mid area, basically trying to look for fights. Now I'm like farming again. And now the next thing that I want to basically do is I want to keep farming until Tormentor and Roche. This is also important because I don't really see an objective on the map that is really important. Like we've taken all of their tier 1s. This tier 1 doesn't really matter that much to me. If it was alive right now, I wouldn't go for it, and maybe not even the mid one. This one is the important one for me because it opens up the map. Like I can access these camps easily and also gives us Tormentor control at 20 minutes, right? So my job right now is that I'm just going to keep scaling and then play for the objectives after minute 20. Like we can play for Roche, but realistically speaking, it's very risky. They have heroes that have a lot of AoE spells. Like they have Shaker with Blink, they have Monkey Wukong, they have Nether Ward, they have a lot of stuff. So it's just risky to take Roche. Otherwise, you can play for Roche if your team is strong. But I don't think my team is. All the lead that we have is on me. So if I fuck up even once, we're going to lose the game. So you see this fight going on at bottom, but I can't join this fight. So I'm basically going to try... I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just watching. But yeah. Okay, this is interesting as well. This is, I think, a misplay from the AM's part. But basically, He thinks that he's gonna like get this creep and then just blink out, but he doesn't know I have blink as well. I don't know if he knows it, but maybe he didn't expect it. He gets out, but I blink on him and I kill him. Now this is where things just like completely change. It's like he's already 5,000 gold behind me, and now he's also like 5 levels behind me. That's probably gonna be 6 when he respawns. So keep playing offensively with the blink and traps, because it just makes sure you're very strong. But do keep in mind that even with blink, they do have one way to kill me. So they can stop me from blinking out with chains. But I'm keeping tabs on the Ember. So I'm not playing super aggressive. I'm not hitting the enemy tower or anything. I'm just basically trying to farm as much as I can without really putting myself in a dangerous position. You see that fights happening bottom, but I don't give a shit. It's like, I don't want to run around. I'm just going to keep scaling as long as things aren't like really bad. So for me, I can tell that, okay, this guy doesn't have that many items right now. He has Battle Fury and Yasha, but he's super far behind me. I can tell that. So now my position is basically, in 30 seconds, there's going to be Tormentor and TK solo Tormentor. So I want to play around it. I'm going to push this lane and then go towards the Torm. Before we go further, if you want my help in improving your gameplay or mentality, I offer coaching services that can help you as they have for other students. I have a package called the Immortal Package that offers unlimited coaching till you get the Immortal rank. I've also introduced a newer package that offers unlimited coaching till you hit 10k MMR. For the next 48 hours, I'm opening one slot at a discounted rate. If you're interested, check out my website at pinero.com or join my Discord linked in the description before the slot runs out. This video is from Dota Academy, where I do a lot of exclusive content such as hero guides, Smurf lobbies, pro analysis, and student replay reviews. It's currently on a discount for the next 3 days. If you're interested, check out the link in the description. Now, back to the video. I mean, I fucked up here, kinda. But also, like, I asked my team to come Torm as well. Now, there's a fight going on here. And it's like, I have a choice. I can go for Torm or I can join this fight. And I see the situation. It's like, okay, I see AM here. I can possibly kill this AM with my blink. But I'm like, I'm not TPing in, but I'm also looking at what they're doing. Like, let's just see my perspective real quick. I'm looking at their position. It's like, okay, if this is the place they're going to run at. If they run here, I can kill them, right? So I'm just like waiting, seeing what happens. Put a trap here, no one's coming. Chill. And then eventually just kill this guy. Get a quick kill. This is only possible with Chrysalis, by the way. I don't think he would have died otherwise without my crit. Now they're like diving deep in, which gives me more room. It's like, I'm kind of like sandwiching them. They have to run towards their base or TP towards their base. So I'm standing in their path. So it's kind of like possible that I can kill them, right? So I see this. I wait for this guy to blink. He blinks in. I jump on him, kill him. And now AM has died twice, right? And now I'm going to go and take Tormentor. I mean, at least I should. But I farmed like a bunch of creeps before I did that. Another thing that I wanted to tell you guys, I don't know if I had 300 assets at 20 minutes, but I probably did. But yeah, it's like, even with the pressure, with this Death and Blink build, you can do both. It's like you can pressure and you can also farm. So now I'm like level 21 in 21 minutes. It's like Dusa is also having like a decent game. She's not useful, but she's also not useless. It's like Radiance is good versus AM. He has to buy MKB. And she can kind of like play in front of us, right? That's the thing. And now after this is important. So after minute 20, you want to like play for objectives, which is very important. It's like you want to take Torm and you want to take Roche. So the reason why I've stopped playing top, like you saw how I was farming here until I got Blink. I was like, okay, how can I use this Blink to be impactful on the map? So I started farming towards top to open top tower. Now I got top tower. I stayed here. I didn't go back bottom and also gave up my bottom tower because I don't want to defend it, because I just want to play for Torm, right? So I played for Torm, and now I was playing top, but now suddenly I'm going bottom. It's like you have to change your place of farming. I'm not saying run around and kill them. It's just like just change your place of farming. So the reason why I'm going bot is one, this kill. The other is that I want to take Roche. Roche is not top, so I need to be here. It's in case we get like a kill, like maybe this guy or maybe +1 kill, we can take Roche easily. And I'm also very strong, so I'm just gonna jump him. This is also very nice when you're like super far ahead. And basically I'm like 10,000 net worth ahead of this guy, so how is he gonna do anything? It's like I'm just gonna jump him and like 2-shot him, right? He's dead. And now I'm like really strong, so I'm just gonna... Okay, this is also interesting, this is some... So you see that we have Pugna charged, and I have my Blink soon. But here's the thing. I have Blink here, but what I see that you guys don't see is... I think this is bugged, but basically, with Spear Breaker charge, you get AoE vision around the target, right? So right now when this guy is charged, he's going to show us anti-mage. So at this point, it's like, I have a choice. If you look at the trajectory of anti-mage and this guy, it's like he's going to stun him in between the charge. And I'm not going to go on Pugna. I'm going to ignore the Pugna. I see this guy stunned, instantly jump him, and just kill him. Now it's like, okay, this guy's game was already going so bad, because once he gets Manta, it becomes a bit harder to kill him, right? And he's dead, but now these guys are going to escape, but it doesn't matter. We got the big fish, and that's what matters. Now I'm going to go try to help mid, but he gets out, so I'm just going to take Roche real fast. Important to get Roche so I can basically close out the game. So another thing is that this is something that I realized after the game is I never bought Shard this game. I actually thought I had Shard the entire game, but I didn't. Right? Someone in chat told me that you did not have Shard. I was like, what the fuck? Really? So I thought I bought Shard, but I think at some point I had 2,000 gold and I just bought Chrysalis, and then I just had Dayless. Another thing that is very big on TA and on Jug, right? Like, the problem with TA and Jug is there's like a very simple counter, which is buying Ghost Scepters, right? So a lot of people say that, oh, you need Nullifier, right? But here's the thing. I feel like Nullifier is usually a bait. Like, let me show you an example. So I played this game today, and it's like, if you look at their lineup, right, they have 1, 2 Yules on supports, and they also have Lich Armor, right? So it's like, okay, this is a pretty good Nullifier game, but I did not buy Nullifier. The reason why I didn't buy Nullifier is that if the enemy cannot press their Yules, why do we need Nullifier? So the idea was basically at this point, right here it's like I can buy Nullifier or I can buy Blink. So what I did was I was like, okay, I'll buy Blink, and the thing that I will do with the Blink is that I'll jump on the enemy when they're stunned with Shaker. So every time I would jump them with Fissure and just press Swift Blink and obviously my Ags, they would just die. So the same logic applies on TA. It's like at level 25, you can get the Meld Hit Bash talent, and then if you have enough damage in that 1 second duration, you'll just kill them before they can press any Decrep or anything. So you don't need Nullifier, or you don't need any other items like Hex or stuff. So this is the thing, right? Shard, the point of explaining this is that Shard is going to help them not escape. Like, this guy can't escape with his Remnant, this guy can't press Decrep on himself, this guy can't blink out. But here's the thing, if I'm so far ahead, as in, it's like I'm level 22 in 23 minutes, I'm probably going to be 25 by 30, or maybe even quicker. And I'm also super fat, as in I can have MKB next item, because I'm going to expect this guy to buy Butterfly. Otherwise, he can't play the game versus me. So I'm going to buy MKB. I can buy Butterfly as well. Butterfly for the same reason. It's like more attack speed. So the faster I attack in that 1 second duration, the more likely they're going to die. Right? So yeah, essentially the point of explaining Shard is that you can do that. So you see this situation here. It's like, I'm going to jump this guy. Right? I'm going to jump this guy. This is experimentation. Like, you see, if he got stunned here with the bash, he would be dead, because most people cannot react. Most people cannot react in time. These are like immortal players. So yeah, and now I'm going to play super. I wouldn't make this move if I didn't have Aegis, by the way. Since I do have Aegis, I don't really give a shit right now, because I can do whatever I want, play really aggressively, look at where my team is playing. And this is where I think it happened. It's like I'm telling my Lesh that, brother, you need to stop playing alone, just play around me and we can end the game, because we have a 17,000 lead, right? All of this lead is on me, by the way. It's like everyone else is just doing whatever. It's like most of the lead is on me. So he's going to die, he's going to buy back, and he's going to Q his Midas real quick. It's like, this is a game where your carry is completely carrying you, but you still don't want to win, right? So now this is like another mental block that I have, is that, okay, we can't end this game because this guy doesn't want to play, and if we don't end this game, I'm going to fall off. So what do we do here? It's like, there's two things that I can do. One is that I can just flame my Lesh and be like, why are you doing this when I'm carrying you? Or I can just focus on my game. So what I decided to do was that I can't really do anything about this guy, because if he's so stupid that he's just getting ultra carried by someone, he's not going to listen, then so be it. I'll try to do my best. That is what I did. Usually I would flame him. I'm no saint. I will flame him. I'm like you guys. I will do that. But it's like, I was like giga locked in because I wanted 11k. Pretty simply put. It's like, I want it. So I'm not going to let anything stop me from doing that. So yeah, now we're just aggressively playing on the map. This is very important, because when you have stuff like that, and you also see this, it's like I have no mana, nothing, and I want to take top tower, because so this guy, look at where he's playing, right? It's like He's also not playing the game, and he's also playing in a dangerous spot where no one can help him in his team, right? If we have to help him, we have to TP here, which is really far. And he's probably getting gone. So I instantly TP because I'm like, maybe if I help this guy, he'll start playing, right? So I TP in, and he just solo kills anyway because his hero is like kind of stupid. But I TP in, he dies, but it's like, I have to at least try. And then another thing is, in these fights, my job is just basically kill Pugna first because otherwise he's going to decrep other people. So even though I can go on AM, but it's like, go on instantly on the Pugna, kill the Pugna, AM blinks on me, I don't know why. Because he doesn't have mana. Well, he's just a bad player. To be very honest, there's a big difference between my rank and AM's rank. Like, AM is like 9k MR, I'm like 11k MR, so there's obviously a 2000 MR difference. But obviously, like, when people are going to watch this or whatever, they're going to say that, oh, this AM's so bad. Archons play better, but they don't. They literally don't. He's playing versus better players. That's why he's looking like this, and he's making decisions based off of that. So, I mean, he's bad, but we can't say like super bad. But yeah, now I'm making sure that you see like how we haven't taken a single tier 2 tower. The reason why that's happening is one, AM is kind of split pushing, and the other is that I have to like adjust to what my team is doing. It's like I need my team to be with me because if I try to do something myself, then I will probably throw the game. Because if Leshrac is showing here and I hit top tower, that's information for the enemy that, okay, they are alone at top, so we can either kill Lesh or we can kill top. I've seen this a lot in my coaching sessions as well, is I have like a student who tells me that, oh, I was this far ahead and I want to take enemy towers, but my team didn't come with me. So what happens is either his team feeds here or he feeds here. So it's like the idea basically here is that if you cannot do something, don't force it. Like if this is risky, like you can see how far ahead I am. But I do know that I don't have BKB and I can die. Even with BKB, I can die. If they want, they can kill me. So I have to just accept the fact that that is happening and then just adjust accordingly. And now, as you can see, I don't have any HP or mana, so I'm not going to hit this tower that easily, but be very defensive and at the same time keep scaling. Now you see that I have BKB in queue, but here's the thing. The reason why I'm buying this BKB is because I've lost game to Anti-Mage in the mid to late game with TA because at some point AM buys Scotty Abyssal and he just goes on me with Abyssal, gets rid of all of my mana, and then just kills me, so BKB can somewhat help with that, even though I don't think it's that good. But I think I eventually change my mind and just get MKB with level 25 talent. You see, like now he's like kind of hard to kill because he has Manta, and I don't know. I think he's buying Ags, but he should buy Butterfly, which he is. But I'm expecting the Butterfly, so I'm just gonna preemptively buy MKB first. Like my timer is like so far ahead that it's like, yeah, he can't really match it at this point. And this is another thing. You see this? Look at where my team is. Lesh is here. Snapfire is here, Medusa is mid. So now we're giving them information. It's like, I have Aegis, I have everything. But as soon as I see this happening, it's like, I'm just going to run away. Right? Because we do not want to throw. We do not want to give them positions where they can actually come back into the game. Because a lot of the times, a lot of people throw, and the throws happen because you get too cocky. You're like, oh, I'm like so far ahead. It's like, how can they kill me and stuff like that. But the thing is, enemy can always come back into the game if you give them the right cards. The right cards is if they fight us here, 5v5, they're never going to win. But if they fight us here 2v5, they're probably going to win. If they fight us 5v5 here, they can probably win. Because there are like places where they have the advantage. Here, they don't have the advantage because, one, there's no towers. They have this, but we have vision here. On high ground, placing vision is really hard. They would have all the cards. So you have to make sure that you don't throw the game like this. And now it's like I'm kind of baiting the Medusa and kill this guy. And kill this guy. And now I'm level 25. I also have MKB. I'm going to wait for my Aegis a bit. To like basically get my MKB up. MKB up. And I'm just like thinking. You see I'm still not going high ground because I'm just like too scared. We're just like locking them on the map. It's like just make sure that they don't get any farm on the map. And also not go high ground to just like throw the game. Kill this guy with the bash. And AM just fed as well. Not sure why. But he did. I think he just got bashed. Let's see what happened. Yeah, he just got bashed. What was he doing actually? I'm curious. I mean, you see, they have vision, so they think that they can fight if they bait us in this vision. And they probably could, but it's like bad a bit. Yeah, you see, he just got bashed. I mean, he could have gotten out. He's like min-maxing what he wants to do, but he just got unlucky here. And now we can go high ground because they're obviously dead. But at the same time, we have to be very careful because Lesh is showing top. Lesh is showing top, so I will have to be very careful. And this is what I mean. If you're like so far ahead, how is this guy going to decrep himself if he's just going to get one shot? He tried Glimmer, but it's like it wouldn't matter. He would just die on the bash. And now we're going to get high ground. And then look at me going back like a gentleman. No throws, guys. No throws. The only way we lose this game is if I die once. If I die once, this game is fucked. So gotta make sure no throws. Now pushes in this lane. And then blinking out because at any point they can kill me. They can kill me because I don't have BKB. They can do it. I'm also taking a risk, but it's like, it is what it is. Now you see like I'm pushing a bit backwards, playing on my side, whereas look at where my team is. The reason why I'm playing here again is because Roche is going to be bot, and I don't want to like feed before that. And if Leshrek feeds, so be it. I don't give a shit. It's like Leshrek is already throwing the game, so who cares? And now when I see this fight, it's like, can I join it? Can I join it? I see that I have information. Is that okay? This and that. And I'm coming from behind. I'm just going to try to go on aim with the bash. You see, 2-shot aim. Even if he has butterfly, he would get 2-shot here because I have MKB. And then just like killing them simply off of net worth. I have like so much net worth that they can't do anything. And now all of them are dead. So we're going to probably take top tower. And are we going to go high ground? Nope. I'm like, nope. We're going to go push bottom and then we're going to take Roche. Zero risk involved. Because it's like, I die, it's over. It's fucking over. And we don't want that to happen, of course. And now I have Aegis, I have Banner. So with this, we can end the game. Banner is the most important thing. It's like the game is mostly about objectives when required. Like in this game, you don't see me doing anything that isn't revolving around objectives. Like after minute 20, I was playing top. Basically, when I got Blink, top objective, want to take it, play around it, take it, okay, nice. Next objective, important one is this, play around it, take it, okay, nice. Once this is done, new objective, Roche, play around it, okay, nice. Now with this Roche, we're going to take over the map, but we don't really have like objectives that are like easy to take. Tier 2s are not easy to take unless you kill them. So I did not try to like take the towers forcefully. I tried to kill them, and then if they fed, we would take towers. Now eventually we went high ground. Even when we get high ground, we didn't just go and hit it. We waited for them to die. Right? Once they died, we went high ground. Now it's like, okay, they're respawning. I don't have Aegis, so I'm just going to go back and wait for Roche again. Because as TA, you always know when Roche is going to spawn. So you just have to wait for it. Now at this point with second Roche, game becomes very easy is because they have ways to just like clear the wave. Like Shaker with his shard and Q can just clear waves easily. But when we have Banner, they can't do that. So yeah, now I'm playing aggressively around it. But at the same time, it's like, I want someone to have this banner and so that we can take high ground because high ground is a bit hard because of Shaker. And another thing that is important to see here is that look at how I put a trap here. This is like an obvious ward spot. So people would try to like de-ward this. And I think if Pugna tries to do it, look at my position. It's like, I'll just jump him and then kill him. But is he going to do it? He doesn't. He doesn't try it, which I think is smart from him. And then I try to like go and meld bash someone, but it doesn't work out. But it gives us like information, like Fissure was wasted here, so we can hit high ground a bit, better positioning. And I one-shot Pugna again with the meld bash, I think. Yep, meld bash, he dies. Even though he didn't get one shot, it's like simply because of the bash he died. And now the game is pretty much, I think, over. Like now they can't do anything. 15-0. Just killing people. Overall, very clean gameplay. And I could say one thing is that if my mental wasn't in the correct place this game, we would have lost this game because I would have just given up at the start of this game. Quite literally, it's like I would have said fuck it. And I would have made decisions that would be really bad because my mental would be ruined. So that's like the biggest key takeaway from this is that you want to make sure that your mental is in the right place. The thing is, you saw how my team randomed and shit, right? They randomed, they bought Bag, they bought Midas. You know, two of my cores, by the way, not even my supports, right? Making the game much difficult than it already is, right? So, but it's like the enemy team is the same noobs. The enemy team is the same bots. So you just have to play your best and let everything else just fall into place. It's like if you just focus a lot on, oh, my team is this, my team is that, oh, my teammates are doing this. The thing is, the enemy is the same. You saw how this AM played, right? It's like, think about it. If this AM is a better player, how easy this game would be for him. But he's not, because that's just how the pool is, right? The average is the same for them and for us. So basically, make sure that that doesn't happen.